Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at a new event coming to the game, and it is called the War Reforged event. And it's obviously going to be because War has been reforged with the changes that are going to be coming in. This is going to be basically some side rewards that are going to go on throughout the rest of Season 4, and these are going to be incorporated completely into War milestones. Let's break down the info. And it says War Reforged event, several premier Gold Mythic fighters and the resources you may need to help bolster your defenses for the 35.0 War Reforged update are on the way with the all-new War Reforged launch event. The event times are as follows. It starts on the 20th of May at 12 PM Pacific time and it ends on the 8th of July. So it is an extremely long event lasting, basically a month and a half. This is actually going to be kind of crazy in terms of how long it lasts. Pretty much a Mythic trial by the standards of how Scopely have done it in the past with Mythic trials, and it's just going to be like a event that's going to be associated with the rest pretty much of Season 4. And we'll go through this. It says players can log in daily to acquire 70 trauma kits from the specials tab in the office section of the shop. Trauma kits can be used in the grey market for silver mythics, gear medals and ability trainers. Trauma kits will also appear as rewards in the recurring Reforged roadmap. The Reforged roadmap will also feature different teams of fighters on stage 5 with each new iteration of the roadmap that players could face or place as a war defense. As the acts go on for the Reforged roadmap, the bosses on stage 5 of each act will increase in difficulty. Trauma kits will also be found in War event milestones for the remainder of Season 4. This includes the 2 scheduled Blitz Wars and the 3 CRW qualifiers leading up to the end of the event. Players can also earn 10,000 police tokens for each War event via War milestones. Police tokens can be used to open the War Reforged Will, which will feature a number of defensive Premier Gold Mythic recruits. By participating in each War event, players will have the opportunity to open the War Reforged Recruit Will 5 times during the duration of the event. And it says, please note that trauma kits and police tokens will not appear in paid offers, so it's going to be completely revolving around the event itself, which is going to be interesting, something that we haven't ever seen before. So first we'll look at the details on the recurring Reforged roadmap, and you can see the details that it's going to be Monday to Friday every week of this event. I'm not sure if the roadmap is going to last the Monday to the Friday, or it's going to reset each day, Monday to Friday. I'm guessing it's going to last the Monday to the Friday, so effectively there's going to be 7 different roadmaps over the course of the event, and you can do the calculations basically based on that info times 7 on the roadmap rewards that we're about to look at. Now if we look at the actual roadmap themselves, you can see they have 5 stages, with the 5th stage being a boss stage. The requirements are pretty simple. Any mythic character can be used, grade 1 to limit break 3. World energy is going to be consumed to actually run these stages, and they are going to reward those trauma kits. The first act gives 200, but then it does scale up a little bit. The price of it, to actually run it is exactly the same, but the second act gives 225, and then the next one's 250, and then lastly it's 295. It's kind of a strange number there. I think grand total comes to 970 trauma kits, which seems like a really random number, but when we look at the grey market you'll see why, because the stuff in there is all random numbers for whatever reason, rather than it being nice and round. But we'll get on to the other rewards that you can get as well, and that's going to be in the Season 4 War milestones. You can see this is what it's going to be for the remainder of the CRWs for the qualifiers, and the AOWs if you are in a newer region. Trauma kits is the first reward, Gold Mythic tokens is the second, and Mythic Recruit tokens as the third reward. In the CRWs and AOWs for the rest of the season, if you get 150k points, you can see you get 10,000 police tokens. This is to do that one pull on the wheel, which we'll look at in a second. And then if you go all the way up to 400k, you're just going to get extra trauma kits on the left hand side. Pretty much identical for the Blitz War. Everything is just halved pretty much. As we just scroll down, you can see trauma kits, then Gold Mythic tokens, then Mythic Recruit tokens at 75k, which is obviously half of the 150k. There's the 10,000 police tokens again, and then it goes up to the grand total of 200k, which again is half of the top milestone of AOW and CRW, and it just gives more of these trauma kits for rewards. Now here is the penciled in schedule for the remainder of the war rewards, but do remember that War Champions will not have these specific rewards. Those are due to be announced later. So where can we spend the rewards? Of course, we can spend some in the grey market. There's going to be the trauma kits here. And you can see, first off, you can get silver choice tokens, and you can get up to 50 of these. So it's just over 2 characters that you can potentially max out here, which is nice. Quite cheap, 55 trauma kits. And then you can see the next one gives gold gear medals. You can get up to 600. Silver gear medals up to 600. Bronze gear medals up to 600. And steel gear medals up to 1,000. This is enough to fully max out from start to finish, effectively 2 characters with the medals. You can go from, I think it is level 525 all the way up to max level if you so wish. So this is actually pretty decent. Then we move on to the trainers, and there's Bernadettes, which you can claim up to 20 of, and it's 5 Bernadettes each claim. Then there's the Maddoxes, 16, Madeline 16, Lilith's 72, and Ulysses 36. Again, this is enough to fully max out 2 characters' skills. Generally speaking, most characters have 6 skills to upgrade when it comes to their passives, and it does cost all these trainers: 72 Lilith, 36 Ulysses, and the Maddox and Madelines as well, 8 apiece. So, but you can obviously say, hey, I don't like all of these skills. I potentially don't like, let's say, precision on a particular character on a defense team. If you're going to mainly be upgrading defense team characters, you don't have to use these all on a particular character, so you can spread it across your defenses at first, and then go for the key passives, and then upgrade other ones afterwards. I would definitely recommend. And the last 2 rewards are military supplies, of which you can get, I believe, 10 million here, which is actually pretty decent. And war energy refills if you so wish. I guess that's more of a leftover rewards if you don't want to go for the other rewards. I definitely would go for the resources first over war refills, just because obviously the supplies, the resources is the main part of this event. They're trying to get resources into your hand to upgrade the new defenses and new teams that you're just about to get. Now there is one more thing to show you. It is the War Reforged Recruits Will. This is where you can use those 10,000 police tokens. You can get up to 5 opens, like I said, 75k in Blitz War, 150k in AOWs or COWs gets you 10,000 police tokens, up to 5 pools maximum, and you cannot purchase these tokens. And these are the characters that are going to be in here. They've got 6.25% appearance rate each. Is a guaranteed gold mythic. We've got Raulito, Mr. Lou, Marcus, Vance, Pamela Milton, Davey, Tara, Veronica, Cliff, Negan 2000, Zachary, Uncle Sam, Jesse Anderson, Razzo, Connor, and Ezekiel. So it's a lot of characters that are going to be more defense team based characters, and by the looks of things, I think every single one of these characters is a 10% character. So effectively you're getting 5-10% pulls on the Gold Mythic Will, and it's just guaranteed. Now obviously you can get some of those earlier characters or characters you've already got, or you could maybe even get lucky but get a couple of characters that you have. I see this as just giving you a decent chance at maybe a character you don't have. If you've got every character here, I don't believe there's anything else you can do with those police tokens, which might be something that they could add, because I'm guessing there are some people who maybe would prefer to hand them in for gold mythic tokens, even if it's just 10,000, because they do have every character here, as unlikely as it may be. So that's it for the preview for this event. You can get trauma kits in the store. Unfortunately, it's not going to be part of the calendar. You'll have to claim it every day. Just make sure you claim it every day. And then you can get them in the war milestones, and of course you can get that in that reoccurring roadmap. So make sure you get as many as you can, and if you want to get the pulls on those wills, it's 75k in Blitz, 150k in CRW and AOW, which is reasonable. I think 100 to 150k is reasonable amount of score to go for. It will take you maybe a couple of hours, but you're going to be getting a gold mythic token pool out of it, 10% guaranteed character, which is going to be useful for a lot of people. Now, if you have any thoughts or comments on this event, obviously, please leave them in the comments down below. That is going to be the end of my video, guys. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.